What it do, what it do, what it do. Oh man. Good morning, chat. We are back in the building. It is Wednesday. It's officially hump day. That is correct, Demondo. So we are back. Make no mistake about it. So and you know, if you're on time, DMONEY will shout you out. So who do we have in the chat that is here and ready to get the party started? So looks like T_Cook65 177 Racer Josh is in the building. D Sizzle 412. CPI numbers just dropped. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that is correct, Demondo. So I mean, it's what a wonky kind of CPI though, right? Some people definitely got chopped there. So it looks like price is trying to, is it trying to go higher now? Is that what it's is that what it's doing? Kelly's in the building. Gabe, what it do? Phoenix, the Mad King, is that the Mad K1 or the Mad? It's supposed to be Mad King, I guess, right? So man, Foothill Futures, Rebel, Tony, we gotta shout you out, chat, right? If you are here in the place to be, I mean, why not? We will definitely shout you out. So you got Golrish, good morning, sir. Well, good morning to you. Let's have better price action today. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. I mean, we had some we actually had a pretty good open yesterday, right? But we had some chop towards the end of the morning session. So Rick Law, 7 money bag, yo. Hi D, watching you in the hospital. Oh man, I hope you're all right. Sorry to hear that. Is everything all right? Viv, good morning. Good morning. How are you? Well, we will see what is crack-a-lacking here, chat. Right now you're getting some kind of pop to the upside, kind of like a delayed kind of push. It looks like here, looking like they're trying to go up and fill that top wick of the news candle, sitting up there at like 958 or so. What a kind of wonky, right? Some people definitely got chopped. You had a push up, push down. It looks like crazy, kind of dropped to 751. Was that just a retracement to kind of take us higher? The previous 1 hour candle obviously is bullish. Long bottom wick, right off the 50 EMA. Take these off. So let me check something here. All right, you got yesterday's high, 29,886, 886.75. Gonna map that out. And you got yesterday's low, 29,533.50. So All right, so that's yesterday's daily candle high and low, guys. The good news is currently at the moment, we are above yesterday's daily candle high. So is that going to result in more upside? I mean, hopefully, right? I mean, it's like, oh man. Hopefully we get more upside, right? I mean, that would be the thought process. Looks like you got Apex right now. The 90% off has actually been extended, chat. So you got some time on that, right? Looks like they extended it for another 2 weeks. So using the code PW will get you 90% off Apex accounts. You know the vibes. So we're getting ready here for a market open. And hopefully it is some pretty good price action. So you had CPI print this morning. That is correct, Amondo. So let me check something else here. All right, you had a FOMC speaker at 8:40. Mortgage delinquencies is tentative. So a lot of times when it says tentative, chat on the news front, it gets canceled, right? So I mean, it's kind of weird that they still have that there. They probably should have took that off. Natural. So let me check something else here. All right, so you got crude oil inventories today at 10:30. Got to keep an eye on that. 1 o'clock, you got 10-year bond federal budget balance at 2. So that's it for the news front today. So mortgage delinquencies is actually tentative. It'll probably get canceled or switched to tomorrow. So, all right. So not much there. I got to keep an eye on it at 10:30. You know, is that going to really impact us, the crude oil inventories? It may or may not, chat. I'm not sure. So, but I mean, currently at the moment, like I said, we are above yesterday's daily candle high. Will we get more upside? Well, I mean, you would have to look at the higher time frame. So this is the 1 hour chart we're kind of looking at. So is this a big old like nasty W pattern? Like, I don't know, guys, right? I mean, from August 5th, push down, push up, push down, push back up, right? I don't know yet, but if it is, we will be obviously sitting up here above 30,000. So, I mean, that would be like, I think, the area of interest for the bulls. If there is some bullish kind of momentum in the market, right? I think that would be the first level of interest up top there, obviously above 30,000. You break that level, obviously you are looking, go to the 4 hour chart. You can kind of see that as well, guys, right? There is some kind of resistance up here. Even if you draw it all the way across, there's definitely a resistance level here, right? So that level needs to get broken. You break that level, I think we're headed up here towards 30,300 or higher. So that would be the next level. You know, will we get this today? I'm not sure, chat. We got to wait and find out. But I'm just kind of mapping out some scenarios from a bullish standpoint if we extend higher to the upside. So good to have those on the chart. You go back to the 1 hour chart and you're kind of looking at, well, what if we fall back to the downside, right? So yeah, I mean, if we reject back off to the downside here, we start losing 29,830 level, the 14 EMA, then I think we could be headed back towards obviously the bottom of this range, 29,533. So that's how I would actually play it. Right now, obviously it looks like they want to go higher. But we gotta obviously wait for us to get closer to market open. We got some time here, chat. It's only 9:12. We'll drop a poll in a few minutes and we will see how you guys are feeling. Kind of going into market open. We have equal highs up there also. Yeah, RC trades. Yeah. So, I mean, you got to be, obviously we had CPI print. So we will see how this plays at open, right? We haven't filled that top wick yet of the news candle. The news candle high, it looks like is 29,960, chat. So we're about 30 points away from that right now. So will we fill that high and then sell back off, or will we drop down lower? A lot of times, right, they love to kind of fill the bottom wick and then shoot back up. So who knows? I mean, we gotta see how it plays. Shout out to Mark, Auto Parts 9189. He said, nice podcast. Hey, I appreciate the kind words, guys. Got a lot of positive feedback on that Tradeify funded podcast. So shout out to PW for allowing me to be a part of that. Inspiring interview with Tradeify. This man really looked the host dead in the eyes and told her how he went to the bathroom to put his TP in and let it ride. Oh yeah, 100%. Had to do what I had to do. When you're trading, when you're in retail management, guys, and your boss is in the store, your district manager, and you got to walk the store, basically every department and all that, and kind of talk through what's going on in that store. That takes a lot of time. So if you're in the trade, unfortunately, you got to do what you got to do to close that trade out. So I mean, just keeping it real. Nasty wick on the 15-minute candle. Yeah, but I mean, you got to remember though that's the news candle, right? Now the question is, will we go higher, right? I mean, will we go higher? We got levels up here we already mapped out. So right now you got Lucid accounts 30% off 30% off all Lucid trading accounts, guys. So using the code PW, we got you covered. You know the vibes there. So as always. Who traded CPI this morning? I played it safe and only took 30 points. Yeah, I didn't trade it, obviously. I had my daughter. Last night, chat, and obviously had to drop her off at daycare this morning. So was not looking at CPI. It's been crazy too. I don't know what's going on, man, with the traffic. Yesterday there was yesterday there was four cars involved, chat, in an accident. And unfortunately, at least one person passed away in that accident, right? So it was like insane. So rest in peace and condolences to the family for that. But it was literally 4 people involved, and it's crazy because it's like in the school zone. So I don't know how that even. I don't know what happened there. So we got Denny Dollars in the chat. There he is. It has shot up 1 minute before the news candle even came out. LOL, it was crazy. Denny Dollars is in the chat. There he is. The man, the myth, the legend of Denny Dollars. Yeah, I mean, it is going to be very interesting today, chat. You want to make sure you're tuned in this afternoon. We got the trading battle continuing between me and Denny Dollars. That is correct, Demondo. Legends. Shout out to Legends for putting that together. But right now you're just getting kind of like to pump up. I'm not going to chase anything here, guys. We'll wait for the market to open. I've seen it too many times, right? You try to get in and chase this thing, and then all of a sudden it wants to pull back on you, and you're stuck holding the bag. So I will not be looking to kind of chase this. I'll wait for the market to open up. But in the meantime, we will drop a poll to see how you guys are feeling going into market open. There she is. Ginger is in the chat. Good morning. Oh man. You got 3 options here. Get your vote in, chat. We're getting ready for market open. Don't you worry. It is officially hump day already. It's kind of crazy, but it is already Wednesday, chat. So we will see how this thing comes to life here. Don't you think we will go down to the wick? Yeah, possibly. I mean, I don't know, right? But you got a long wick down there at 755 or so, so wouldn't surprise me at all. Get your vote in. You got a poll rolling, and we want to see how you guys are feeling, kind of going into market open here. Trying to get a good sample size here, chat. In the meantime, too, if you haven't already, do me a solid, hit the like button. We got 2,000 people rocking out. It is only 9:19. We're gonna ramp up here in the next 10-15 minutes or so. So make no mistake about it, guys. We got you covered either way. As the market tries to kind of get up there close to 30,000. Looking like they're trying to push it right. There's the wick fill. You got the high there of the news candle, 960. We just took that out. So DMONEY, should I reset my funded or just start over with evals? What would you do? It's with TPT. Yeah, I mean, you got to decide on that, right? I think financially and all that, you know, you got to make a decision. That's totally up to you. I can't tell you what to do there. I mean, you got accounts that are cheap, right? You got Lucid right now, 30% off. Apex is 90% off. Got to extend it for another 2 weeks. I saw a Tradeify interview with you, DMONEY, super fire. Oh man, hey, I appreciate the kind words. Kind of hate that we're getting the expansion right now, chat. Right? Kind of hate that. But I mean, it doesn't mean that we won't get. You know, I'm super hopeful that today is a nice momentum day, and we get a trend day, right? Nice trend day. I don't care either direction, so. I'm struggling to pass my eval, but on the green now, just trying it out slow and steady. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you got to take it slow, chat. I mean, I mean, in all honesty, it has been a very choppy kind of week and a half, maybe 2 weeks or so, right? You've had some chop. So don't beat yourself up. If you're gonna get, you know, there's gonna be periods. It's probably smart if you have profit on the table in these kind of conditions, to maybe secure that profit and maybe switch to an eval or switch to another account, etc. Right? Nothing wrong with locking out an account, moving to another account, trying to capitalize on some movement. But we've seen that where we've had a ton of kind of chop. after like some decent price action. So we'll see what happens today. You got traded 5 accounts, 40% off bundle and save on a 5-pack. So you can get 5 accounts, 40% off. After that, it goes to 30% off using the code PW. So yeah, it's not the time to beat yourself up, chat. I know that it sucks if you blow an account, you know, and you're kind of like, it's frustrating, and you're kind of like biting at the bit to maybe try to go hard in the paint. But the reality is you can only go so hard when the market's chopping because it's easy to get chopped. D-Money, I give you crap sometimes, all in fun. Your interview was fantastic and nice to see a real trader being real. Hey, D-Money's mamacita, we appreciate the kind words, sir, but we need you to change your user ID. That's all we request of you, sir. We appreciate the kind words, but you got D-Money's mamacita in your user ID, and we all know you're a male. So, hey, in all fairness, those were some kind words, but I think we got to give you a quick 10-second timeout just because, I mean, it's like, what? Sir, can you change the user ID? That's all, I mean, your username. That's all we are requesting. We appreciate the kind words, though, but we had to give you a quick 10-second timeout, so. There he is, Javi the Great. People were inquiring about Javier in the chat, and he is back, chat. There he is. If you guys are not familiar with Javier, let's do this since it's 9:24. If you are familiar with Javier, drop his emoji in the chat. One time for Javier, guys. He is in the building. So let's see who remembers. Let's see who remembers Javier. Let's keep the sir, we are still paying. D-Money is still financing the plumbing bill, Javier. I'm very concerned here. So but there he is. He's back in the building. You know the vibes, and the chat has not forgotten what you did to me, Javier, and stuck me with the plumbing bill around here. Very concerned and very strange. So, but welcome back to the chat, sir. Welcome back. Unreal chat. Icky soccer ball even dropped the emoji. Tim Murray, there it is. That is correct, Amando, chat. You got about a minute or so. Get your vote in. We're getting ready for market open. We got less than 5 minutes. Just having fun with you guys, rocking out. Hopefully we'll get some decent kind of price action here. Oh, man. Yeah, if you're unfamiliar, maybe this is your first time rocking out on the stream. Javier was here, and we gave him pretty detailed rules for the BDH, and one of those rules was you do not drop the doobies here at the BDH. You got to go elsewhere, and apparently the Mexican food did not agree with Javier's stomach, and he could not hold back, and we had a pretty extensive plumbing bill. D-Money had to finance that on 2 credit cards, and I was able to get those cards from Jerome. So Jerome provided me obviously 2 scam credit cards that went through for the transaction, and but the chargeback, they came here pretty upset on the chargeback of the credit cards, guys. So D-Money got stuck with the plumbing bill. So very strange that I'm still having to pay that off at the moment. So shout out to Javier. When is Patrick coming back? That is correct. Patrick PW will be back. It's always funny when people call him Patrick, because I always call him PW. So it's like he will be back next week, chat. SPW is working on the BDH West Coast right now. Sounds like he will have Lucas rocking out with him next week. Get ready for that. DMONEY will not be streaming next week, Chad. I will be working on content and then hitting the road. So you know the vibes there. So we're gonna finalize the poll here. We got, all right, there it is. Right, we just hit 800. So I wanted 800 votes in the poll. Got a decent sample size. So these are the results of the poll, chat. You got 61% feeling like we're gonna pump, 28% feel like we're gonna dump, and 11% feel like it's going to be pork chop city, right? That it's going to be a little choppy at the market open. So brace yourselves, get your popcorn, your favorite beverage of choice. We're getting ready, strap in for market open. You got about a minute and 40 seconds left. Results not right. I mean, those are the poll results. There's nothing I can do about that, right? So that's how the chat feels. You got to remember. So the chat feels that Pork Chop City 11%. Right now, all right, here's the push, guys. Markets, you got about 45 seconds left. Markets kind of pushed up. I already filled the news wick. Very strange, right, that they've already kind of done that. So got about 30 seconds here. Get ready. Kind of hate that we've already kind of filled that news wick. Kind of strange. Definitely got to be a little patient here, guys. About 10 seconds left. Let this thing open up. If you haven't already, do me a solid, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, you know the vibes. So all right, here it is. Market's open here. Do they come down and fill that bottom wick of the news candle? 8:30. Got a bottom wick already put in here on the 5-minute candle. Kind of strange, right? They've already kind of printed that bottom wick. Kind of tame so far. 29,988. Kind of held that previous candle low so far. All right, looks a little heavy here, chat.
Order filled.
Trying a quick short, guys. Looking for a little flush here. See if we get it. There's 10 points. $15 points. There it is. 25 points for the homies in the chat. You gotta love it, guys. 25 there. Can we get a little bit more? All right, I think we take that, guys. I wanted more of a flush, but it's kind of pushing back up here, so I think we take the W, right?
Order filled.
Yeah, we'll take the first W, chat. And then we'll kind of wait, be patient here. You had about 25 points on the drop. If you took the trade, drop the W's in the chat. You got paid. If you faded, you got slayed. Use the code PW. Either way, we got you covered. You know the vibes. So 29,886. I think that is the level that we need to kind of get back below here. So I am kind of watching. Do we get more? The thought process on the trade, guys, that was not an ORB. That was just momentum, kind of join the momentum, right? Because you feel like they might want to try to fill that bottom wick to the downside here, guys. Is there more in the tank? Well, you got 2 minutes left. It looks heavy. 886 is the daily level. So if we get below there with momentum, look out. I think there's more in the tank to the downside here. So we'll see how this plays here. He had about 25 points on the drop. And will there be more? Or will they kind of give us the reaction off that daily level? It looks bearish, man. This thing looks heavy, chat. Like they want to flush McGush here. Probably let the 5-minute ORB kind of set up now. And then we'll look for another entry, right? We got about a minute left. All right, I'm gonna start mapping out ORB high. You got a high here, 30,001.75. And then let's see how the low plays. This thing looks like it's flush McGush. Kind of hanging on to that 886 level. And like, is that going to be the ORB low? Like right at the daily level, chat? I mean, you got 14 seconds left here. Will it be the low? All right, just broke it to the downside here, chat. All right, so the ORB level set here. Kind of hate to map that out so close, but the low was 877.75. Five-minute ORB set. Obviously a bearish reaction to the downside here. I think if you get back below 871, you could get more downside kind of creeping in. You got a bottom wick. The news candle wick is at like 750, chat. There's a lot of room to the downside here. So keep that in mind, right? That you got over 100 points to the downside if they want to kind of retrace that news wick. We're referring to the CPI bottom wick, but right now we're pushing right back up inside the 5-minute ORB. Kind of a little aggressive kind of push there. Classic profit taken, yeah. I mean, it's also the new 5-minute candle, right? Kind of pushing back up as well. So we need to be patient here, kind of see how this plays. You're in between both EMAs, right? The 50 and the 200, or sorry, the 50 and the 14. So what a move right back up. Batsy95, great Tradeify bid. Hey, I appreciate the kind words. This thing is yoking right back up. You gotta love it. I mean, look at the reaction from the bulls. You had a 65-point reaction right back, and we're above the 14 EMA as well on the 5-minute chart. So definitely want to let this thing kind of pick a direction here. That's a bullish reaction though, chat. The 15-minute candle has a crazy bottom wick that has been formed, so need to be patient here. So if you're wondering why, you know, the ORB is mapped out. You kind of use that as a breakout level. A lot of times you get a break in either direction of either the 5-minute or 15-minute ORB opening range, basically, right? You map out the high and low. A lot of times you'll get follow through in that direction. So you got Blue Sky accounts right now, 30% off using the code PW. I got a Propel account. I think I got to make like $20, guys, to get that account funded. I was over the. Oh man, I gotta log in and see what the balance is telling me. But I think I gotta make like $30 or something, $20 to $30 to literally. I've already made 3,000 on the 50K eval, but I think I needed like $30 to be at consistency or something. It's like a weird number. That was a nice level to enter, to be honest. Yeah, for a long possibly, but now you're kind of waiting, right? Because we're still inside the opening range. You're getting a rejection though, right back down. I mean, from not, look at the reaction, chat. So make no mistake about it, people are getting chopped here. So if you got long up here at 945, you're hating life right now. You've already probably used the code PW. That's why you know it's probably smart to kind of wait. There's plenty of time here, chat. The market's only been open for 9 minutes. So the 15-minute candle ORB is also going to be set in about 6 minutes. So there is plenty of time. I think if we get back below 870 though, you might have another short, kind of aiming for these lows in the short term, right? Basically the news candle low. Put you down here between like 771 and 750. See how we're starting to go bearish here, guys? That looks bearish to me, like they may want to kind of flush lower, but we'll see. Kind of watching this. You had the bearish kind of candle creep in here, Chad. I think there's more in the tank to the downside for possible shorts. Kind of watching this though. Right back up, yoke action, same as yesterday, right? Got to be careful. Kind of hate that they got this long top wick up here that they haven't kind of dug into yet. A lot of times they'll give you the trickery and they'll kind of go up there and dig into that top wick. Kind of trap some people. See how there's a battle going on, chat? See? So you got the 15-minute candle getting ready to kind of finalize in about 2 minutes, 45 seconds. Probably let that candle kind of close out. We swipe the 50 EMA and push right back up. And I think they might want to kind of dig into that top wick up here towards 940. Looking bullish here, like they want to possibly dig into that top wick. Bit of trickery here, right? Because if you got short down here, not kind of waiting for confirmation, it yoke right back up, and then now you're trapped, forced to kind of hold it or chop it. We got over 4,000 people tuned into the show, guys. I don't take it for granted. If you haven't already, do me a solid, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, you know what to do. Got about a minute and 40 seconds for the 15-minute opening range to kind of set up here. Obviously, the 15-minute candle's bearish. I took a short for only 10 points. Yeah. Wait for the ORB. I think the kind of 15-minute ORB to kind of set up. They might throw Batman a rope for the grab. What? So I'm gonna map out now the ORB low, chat, of the 15-minute candle, right? So right now it's 853.25. So all right, so the ORB got about 20 seconds or so. That's the bot. That's the 15-minute, right? So 853.25 is the 15-minute ORB low. You got the high at 30,001.75. So we're back inside of the opening range. Got to understand that, chat. Looking like we go, I mean, it's looking like they want to go higher, to be honest, not lower at the moment, chat, for long. But we'll see. Is this going to be a rollover at that 14? Or do they push this thing higher, kind of trap some people? Got a long bottom wick on that previous 5-minute candle off 853. 1 hour candle looks horrible. Long top and bottom wick. Do you know about the double break trade on the ORB? No, I do not. Just got to be patient here. All right, so that 886 level, that is a daily level, chat. So 29,886.75, that's a daily level from yesterday. See how we're not quite breaking down? I think the long is the move here for a pop, but because we're kind of holding that daily level, and we refuse to kind of go lower at the moment. I think, but you would love a candle closure probably above 912 or so, right? Get us back above 912, that 14 EMA. And I think you get more upside here, chat, for a long. Because you don't want it to be the rejection point, right? You want it to be basically a support, the EMA to almost be a support. So there's 922. Bit of a kind of choppy kind of area here. We're going to try it, guys. Quick long. It just shot up right away, by the way. Unreal. From 927, you had a straight pop here, guys. Right back up here. So, whoa, there it is. There it is. She gone. She gone, chat. She gone. Drop the W's in the chat. If you took the long, you got paid. If you faded, you got slayed. That was a cray move to the upside here, guys. Oh, man. Had over 60 points on a pop. Make no mistake about it. You got to love it. Keep the W's flowing there. Keep the W's going. Had over 60 points on the pop there. That is correct, Amondo. So you got to love it. What a trade. What a trade. I think you got to be smart here, guys, right? If you made money on that trade, you got a crazy pop there. There's nothing wrong with locking it out, right? So, but you had over 60 plus points on a pop. Cray with little Ray. Unreal. I mean, you gotta love it. So if you haven't already, do me a solid, guys. Hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. We out here trying to make a little money. So we got 4,100 plus people rocking out with D-Money this morning. We don't take it for granted, chat. But I know, and I hate to say it, but I gotta say it in true D-Money fashion. I know there's people out there that decided to fade. And unfortunately on that trade, if you faded, you got slayed. So use the code PW. We got you covered. Well, what do we do now? I think you got to be patient here. Why do we take the long? We saw us reclaiming that EMA, guys, 29,919, right? And you saw how we could not kind of get back below that daily level. That's what I was looking at. That is a daily level down here, 29,886. What a 5-minute candle. I mean, total range of that candle, previous candle, was actually right at 100 points. So we picked up a huge chunk of that, over 60 points. You gotta love it. D-Money, I'm up over 1,400. Thanks. Playing it smart and walking away. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. We've seen where we've had like some crazy movement and then the market goes to sleep, starts kind of chopping around. So, like I said, nothing wrong with locking in some profit. You do what you want with your accounts. Got one account here, just kind of bouncing back and forth, guys. Got one account here up $1,350. We've had 2 trades so far. You had a 25-point winning trade and you just had a 60-point winning trade. So these other accounts real quick here. And look at the retracement right back down on the 5-minute candle. I just came back from my checkup and Squirrel Chill topped my car. What? What? Sir, Moneybag Yo is saying that he has a squirrel chilling on the top of his car, chat. And he felt the need to let us know. So, well, maybe that was a good luck charm for the W long that we just had. I don't know. You gotta love it either way, guys. So you got the 1 hour candle that is still, I mean, look at that 1 hour candle, chat. Like, why are they doing this to us, right? Why are they victimizing us? You know, I used to always, you over time, you kind of, you're gonna get chopped. You're gonna lose accounts, guys. That's part of the game, right? I say that all the time. You know, you're gonna blow accounts. You're gonna lose accounts and chop and all that. But like, why are we not, like, look at this 1 hour candle. Like, what are we supposed to do now, right? I mean, it's kind of like we just had a nice move for the long. I mean, is this a lower high now on the 5-minute chart? I don't know yet, right? So you had about almost 100-point push up, and you just had a 65-point retracement right back down. So somebody said looking like a long, kinda. Yeah, I'm not sure on that, right? I mean, you're still dropping. You know, why are we getting a 70-point retracement? Right, if that was another long, that doesn't make sense to me, right? We just retraced 76 points. Could we go higher? Absolutely, right? The market does what it wants. Maybe it's a buy zone. I don't know. Might be smart to kind of wait for this 1 hour to play out, 1 hour candle to kind of close out. D-Money, thank you for your mutual support. Just made 3K. Yeah, I don't hit buy or sell for you though, right? But I'm happy for you that you made money. You gotta love it. In my opinion, 820 is in play. Okay. All right. I mean, see, now that looks like a rejection, right? That almost looks like a rejection so far, but I guess you got to wait for this 5-minute candle to see how this 5-minute candle kind of plays. And when I say rejection, chat, I'm basically saying it looks like a lower high was put in so far, right? Looks like a short is kind of coming here, chat, to the downside. Looking bearish. Yeah, shorts are looking a little tasty here, chat. It looks like a rollover here, possible lower high. So far. And keep in mind, you got the news candle low down here, 750, so. Microsoft and Apple selling off. Yeah. I don't know, it looks bearish. Let me check something here, guys. Give me a second. Close out my shorts too soon. Yeah. Well, if you got profit, you got profit though. So right now you got Lucid daily loss limit as an option, chat, as an add-on. So you're able to add on daily loss limit now as an option. Flex account, Pro account, and the newly launched daily account. Using the code PW is always going to get you the best deal. You know the vibes. So you got to be, I think you got to be a little smart. You got the 1 hour. I'm going to wait now for the 1 hour candle, chat, right? Because I mean, it's bearish, and you got a long wick at the top now. You got a wick at the bottom as well, but I think I need to wait and be patient here. Not going to rush anything. We've had 2 good trades, chat. Be smart. You trade, you know, you do what you want at the end of the day. I can tell you a million things, and it's your accounts. You're going to do what you want, but in regards to me, I'm going to wait for the 1 hour candle to kind of close out. So simple as that. Barcoding, pushing right back up. Pushing right back up. So got about 50 seconds here for the 1 hour candle to finalize and the new candle to open. Great interview, brother. I love witnessing your progress. Hey, I appreciate the kind words. Honestly, chat means a lot, so I appreciate it. You know what's crazy in regards to that, the Traderify podcast, funded podcast. I remember watching, chat. I remember watching influencers / streamers, who whatever you want to call them, right? Podcasts back in the day, even like futures, forex market and all that. I'm like, man, that would be cool to do that one day, and I got the opportunity to do it. So how cool is that? So shout out to I will Doze for the $10 tip. Really love your Traderify interview. Awesome. It's so great that we have the level of professionalism and sincerity in the space. You're great at trading and a great teacher. It's a bonus. LOL. Hey, I appreciate that. Thanks for the tip. You didn't have to do it, but you did. So really appreciate it. So 10 o'clock, guys, new 4 hour candle, new 1 hour candle, right? So the 1 hour candle, we need to be mindful. It closed, I mean, cray with Lil Ray Ray, right? Long wick, top and the bottom. But ironically enough, the previous 4 hour candle was bullish, chat. So I mean, what does that mean, right? I mean, so you got like a kind of like a conflict in regards to like 4 hour candle was bullish, 1 hour candle was bearish. Obviously the 4 hour candle, I think obviously that holds more weight. So need to be mindful that that candle was bullish. Kind of being patient here. If you missed it, if you tuned in late, unfortunately you missed a nice long. We had a 60+ point winning trade a few minutes ago. Had a 25 point winning trade pretty much a minute or two into the open, and now we're kind of waiting for, trying to see who's in control at the current moment, the bulls or the bears. That is a crazy like looking 15-minute candle top wick up there, chat. See how so far we haven't broke, like the previous 15-minute candle did not take out that low of the 9:30 open candle, right? It put in a higher low and pushed right back up and closed green above the 14. So that's, if we're gonna go bearish, I think those lows need to get swiped, right? We need to take out those lows, and then I think we're headed to the, obviously the box down here at like 750 or lower. That's how I would have to play it. So if we continue to put in higher lows, then we could be looking for upside momentum here. Starting to kind of drop now. Let's see how this plays out here. Starting to get some action. shout out to Kevin Crawford. He said, caught your Tradeify interview yesterday and watched a portion of your morning session yesterday. That's why I decided to tune in today. Hey, welcome to the show, sir. We definitely appreciate the support. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. And we rock out Monday through Friday. Typically PW trades 9 to 12. I rock out typically 12 to 4. And you got Denny Dollars, loves to holler. Rocking out 5:45 to 10 o'clock. You know the vibes. I think it's a more gradual growth with trading, not a miracle overnight. Oh yeah, I agree 100%. I've been trading for 10 years. I can tell you that right now. That is gradual. So, I mean, a lot of it is because you're bouncing around instead of sticking to one strategy. At least for myself, I was bouncing around too much, right? Trying to, oh, this didn't work. Let me try something else. Tomorrow I'll try something else, right? The next day I'll try something else, just because I didn't give it enough time to kind of work out and stick to one strategy. So kind of getting some bearish, looking like they are kind of trying to test that bottom wick on the previous 1 hour candle so far, right? What is my strategy now? I'm literally talking through it. Momentum trading. If you caught the long that we took for 60 plus points, that was a momentum trade. Saw momentum building on the 5-minute chart, took the long to the upside here, right? So now you're looking to see if we get a candle break here to the downside. I think we're headed to 750. So we just broke that low and pushed right back up here, chat. So we just swiped that low, put in a low at 29,847, and then push right back up. Very interesting, right? And that's the bottom of the ORB as well. 15-minute ORB. Tim is saying that we need to break below 853. Yeah, I agree. We need something like, so if we have a short, for me, right, to want a short here, we know that we have a level down here that I think is a high probability of getting hit if the bears kind of step in with aggression, chat. The problem is that you need to start seeing candles close more than likely below the ORB, the opening range, for that to play out. Simple as that. So if the bulls start cooking here and they start popping previous candles highs, and then all of a sudden we're back above the 14, you got levels up top as well that could be areas of interest. So we need to wait and kind of see who wins this battle. And see the 15-minute candle right now? You got a long bottom wick. So the bulls are stepping in with aggression here at the moment, right? They had enough strength to basically push us back up off the ORB, back above the 14 EMA. And are we getting ready to dig into that top wick up here, guys, on the 15-minute chart, right? You got the top wick up here at 970. So if you're a bear, maybe you're trying to short now, trying to ride this thing back down, anticipating that we're going to get some kind of rejection here back to the downside. got about a minute and 40 seconds left on this candle. Curious to see how this candle kind of closes out, right? Because it's kind of hanging out right at the 14 chat, and like this is a make or break area, I think, for the bears at the moment in the short term, right? Will we get some kind of rollover back to the downside here? See how you're getting a battle? So that 15-minute candle, man, looks very aggressive. Yes, that is correct. We got crude oil inventories coming up here at 10:30. So that is correct, Amondo. So all right, we close above the 14 chat. So we did not reject it. We actually put in a higher high. That's bullish. Could be bullish, right? Because we kind of overtook the last two 5-minute candles. That's a bullish engulfing candle as well. So let me see the 30-minute chart. Yeah, see, 30-minute chart as well is trying to push. You got a bottom wick, swipe the low, and then push back up. So you would love to see, if you're a bear, us to kind of roll over. You need to roll over here, back to the downside for another lower high. You had to push, small retracement, push, retracement. See right now you got lower highs, got a high up here, got a lower high put in, and then you're looking to see if this is going to be another lower high or an expansion higher. And that 30-minute and 15-minute candle looks like it wants to kind of go higher, right? Maybe up to like 960 or so for a possible long. Crude oil print, it may or may not kind of move us, chat. I'm not sure, right? A lot of times it's non-impactful. So yeah, that 15-minute candle looks strong. This is a new 5-minute, right? You got a bottom wick that was put in off the 14 EMA off 911. Kind of like they're refusing so far to kind of drop this thing, but we'll see. Need to be patient, guys. I know a lot of times people don't want to kind of hear that, but that is the honest truth. We've already had 2 trades. Got one account here up 1585, another account up 680. I don't think there's a need to kind of rush. It's only 10-12. You had a 60-point winner. You had a 60-point plus winner. You had a 25-point winning trade. I don't think there's a, you need to kind of wait for this to play out, right? Because if the bears are in control here, you would expect a rollover, and we lose that 14 probably, and we come back down here below 848. So, and that would be like another lower high. I don't know if I mean, that Propel account has to be completed by now, Chad. I don't understand what's going on here. Let me check this real quick while we kind of wait for this 5-minute candle. Yeah, see that. Yeah, so that's a rejection, chat, right? So that is Would love a flush McGush. Yeah, I agree. Got a target already mapped out that I think we are pretty primed to hit if it, you know, gets the momentum going to the downside. You got to understand that we're less than 15 minutes into the 1 hour candle, right? The previous candle was nasty. We already swiped the bottom wick of the previous 1 hour candle, right? We took that wick out and have pushed back up. So there's been a response, but there's a lot of time left on the current candle. We've seen it yesterday where we had a couple good trades, momentum trades, and then we had a whole bunch of chop. So probably smart to be patient. Looking like we're gonna close below. All right, we close below the 14. Is that a lower high, chat, for a short opportunity here? I think if we lose that 887 level, I think a short is in play, guys, possibly to the downside here. So I'm going to try a quick short. See if we get a flush. 10, 15 points or so. They yoke it. Yeah, they yoked it right back up. So the chop is here. The chop is here, guys, right? No kind of real move here. Kind of instant chop. Yeah, I'm going to chop that. I'm going to close that trade. I'm not going to give it much more. So I wanted a flush lower, and the chop is real. Or my entry was simply not good, and they're going to fall off now, right? But I wasn't willing to kind of give it more. You got an equal low there as well. I do see that, guys. You got an equal low, right? So 884.25 is an equal low. So that level needs to get broken for the short. I think thought process, right? If they hold it, then we're probably going to bounce. So equal low would be an actual reversal pattern, right? That's a reversal pattern. So that low needs to get broken, and it would be, I think, sayonara to the downside. So we'll wait. Gave it about 15 points, didn't like it, chopped it because you felt like we should have went, right? We had a rejection already. But I think it will be telling if we get back below the 884 level for more downside. So I'll probably try it again if we break that low, these lows down here. Kind of mapped out, right? So you can see that if we break that equal low, probably looking for 853 or lower. So we'll see. You're running a point per equals, right? Yeah, that's the thing. So this is either gonna, and you might, so the flip side of that, chat, is that you could have a long brewing as well, right? So if it holds the equal low and it starts kind of getting momentum higher, then we're probably headed back to 30,000. So you need to be aware of that, right? There's two sides of this. So, cause it's technically a reversal pattern. So you got to be aware that the equal low is a reversal pattern. So we could be getting ready to either way. This is nasty though, right? I mean, you see how you got a high, lower high, lower high. This is a 15-minute chart. Kind of propping this thing up, you kind of feel, but we'll see. Will they give the equal low bazooka to the upside? Got about 30 seconds left on this candle. All right. Think we got our answer, guys. That is shorts to the downside here, chat. Problem is now, will you get the yoke or you get the follow through towards 853, right? All right, there's 10 points. Want it basically down here, but they're probably going to yoke us, right? So I would say take profit as necessary, guys. There's some chop here. Probably going to have to hold through some chop, but nothing with taking it off the table. Wanted an 853 break to the downside here, but nothing wrong with taking the 10 points. You had it. They're probably going to chop us right back up before going lower. They did that all day over the last, they've been doing that over the last week or so, right? They push it all the way back up and then they drop it. So be aware. And that's what they're doing, right? They're going to push it right back up. So you had 10 points there, and then you got to kind of sit through some of this craziness. Wanted to drop to the lows of the previous 30-minute candle, but they're pushing, right? So just be aware. Trap you both directions here, give you the bazooka right back up here, guys. Same as yesterday, right? I mean, it's you hold, you get, you hold, you pay the price. You had 10 points. I think I have probably over the last 2 or 3 weeks, and maybe the short, the better short is now, right? On the kind of pop back up there and then the rejection back down. Is that what it is? That's what it's looking like. We took the equal low break, guys. I shorted it again right back down here. See if I can get a move here. We'll see. Had a few points there. We'll give it a second. Kind of getting this yoke kind of price action here. And they swiped the equal low and pushed it right back up. They're not giving much here. It's kind of crazy that they were kind of stalling here, guys. All right, well, right back up. AKA Chop City. It is here. Wanted the rejection. We didn't get it, guys. You're kind of fighting a battle now. So that 30-minute candle is a indecisive candle here. So you've had a couple losing trades and a few winning. You had a couple winning trades. Simple as that, right? Nothing but chop now. So you got to kind of wait to see how this plays. Wanted the continuation move, had like 10 points, and they yoked it right back up. So we're in a consolidation range. The 1 hour chart now is bullish. So you got to kind of, you know, you're not going to really fight. You don't want to fight that. My opinion, they probably should have went already to the downside if they were going to go, right? Because you had a couple opportunities here. You had one here, you had one here, and they could not kind of break it. It looks like a higher low almost, right? You had a swipe up, you had a low, higher low. And then this is the chop on the 2-minute chart. So you can kind of see how that 886 level is a strong area, guys, that they kind of refuse to go lower from at the moment. So simple as that. Looking like they might want to pop this thing to the upside. Or do nothing but chop, because that might be what you're right. We could be in for the chop. We knew that it was a possibility because it's been all day. Or sorry, it's been for the last couple weeks. You get a couple good moves and then you get chopped. So 15-minute candle looks bullish, right? You got a long bottom wick and a nice candle body that's strong. So are they getting ready to bazooka this thing up? I mean, I think you would have to think so, right? Because it kind of refused to break down. Yep. Five-minute chart since open is fugly. Yeah. I mean, it's same thing as yesterday. You had a couple good trades and then you get chopped, right? But I think that equal low break and then a push right back up higher, that kind of tells you that I think they're going to slow grind higher, right? You can't really be looking, I don't think, for shorts anymore, to be honest. Simple as that. You gotta try to join the momentum up. That equal low probably should have held if they were gonna, or sorry, that equal low drop below it, swipe below it, probably should have been enough, right, to kind of take us if they were ready to go lower at the moment. So we'll see. You got a 30-minute candle kind of getting ready to close out here. Previous candle was super bearish, but we are back above the 14 EMA and we're still pushing. So more than likely, probably more in the tank to the upside, you would have to kind of think. You got crude oil coming out here though, chat. So we will see how that prints in about 1 minute and 38 seconds. I might buy a long from the bottom off the range. Yeah, that's the thing, right? It's like you're almost better now. I don't think there's shorts in play right now, just based off of that reaction right back up, right? So We're either going to chop around for a little bit. You can kind of map out the range on the lower time frame. It's a little, the range is a little cleaner on the lower time frame right now, right? That we're kind of, that we're stuck in. But this is it. It just looks a little cleaner on the lower time frame. You can clearly see the range. Simple as that. See on a 5 minute, right? You're like, but you can see it real clear, like 2 minute chart and in the 3 minute chart. All right, here's the crude oil inventory print, chat. Interestingly enough, too, the 30-minute candle. Look at that previous 30-minute candle. That's bullish, guys. So maybe they push it down and form a bottom wick before going higher, but that clearly is a bullish 30-minute candle closure. So she gone. And then a push right back up. Oh man, this is crazy. All right, so we just swiped the we just swiped the previous 30-minute candle low, pushed right back up, right? Got down to 828, pushed all the way back up to 890. Gotta love it. Somebody said when the box breaks, it will be juicy. Oh, without a doubt. It just like, right, you got another swipe there. Kind of trapped some more people. Blew some more accounts. For sure. I can tell you that. I know for a fact people just lost some accounts because you had a pretty nasty drop there. 925. Almost 100 points. Trump tweet. But isn't it funny though how we stall? It's almost like the market's waiting for it because we kind of stall out and then you get the isn't that strange, chat? Very strange. I would say be smart. Like I said earlier, guys, nothing wrong with locking out some profitable accounts because you're getting chop suey here. So check something here. D, how do you know when it's time to hang them up in trading? Is it for you? I mean, if you don't have patience, if you know, I don't know. I mean, you got to decide that on your own. Like, I don't know if I have an answer for you on that one, right? Because it's like you're gonna know if it's for you or not, because it's you against you at the end of the day. And if you're willing to kind of battle yourself, and what I mean by that is like your bad habits, lack of patience, failing over and over, right? Because you're gonna kind of naturally think that blowing an account is failing. That's just how mentally it is, right? But you have to kind of get over that and realize that it's part of the game. You're gonna lose accounts. So what I'll tell you is don't let outside noise kind of make that decision for you, because a lot of times outside noise will try to make that decision. All right, so we're at the bottom of the range, guys. Do we take a long here from the bottom of the range, looking for a pop right back up here real quick? I think so, guys. We're gonna try it, right? Quick range trade, looking for like 10, 15 points on a pop. And there it is, guys. There's 10 points. Quick range trade there. It's worked multiple times, right? You buy the bottom of the range, kind of ride it up. So quick 10-point trade. Not much to write home about other than that, right? At the moment, we're still stuck in the range. I think we could be in for more upside here. Top of the range is 946, chat. So I would not be surprised if we get up there. Kind of trap some people trying to short at the bottom of the range, and then they end up getting chopped. Simple as that. Yeah, see, I feel like there's more to the upside here, possible, to like 940. Because they've done this over and over, guys, right? Bottom of the range, back to the top of the range. TradeAvate's like, my TradeAvate's fine. Oh, well, I'm not on the app. I'm on the, obviously I'm on the desktop here. So you got Lucid accounts right now. You can add on daily loss limit as an option. Basically all 3 account types there, Pro, Flex, and daily. Using the code PW, we got you covered. Yep, see, right back to the top of the range, guys. It's headed, and because like that's all that it's giving us right now, right? You got to understand that's all that they're kind of giving us to kind of go off of. You get these swipes, like we had a swipe here, push right back up, swipe here, push right back up. That's all they're giving right now. So some people are probably looking to go short now. They're looking to frame a short, trying to ride it back down. LOL, how does this keep happening? Yeah, it's just, I don't know, to be honest. I have no idea. But it's like funny, you get, same thing as yesterday, guys. You get a couple good trades and then you get chopped. And that's what we're getting right now. So hopefully, you know, we got some time left. That was you had crude oil. Somebody said that Trump also came out and had an X tweet, but magically that was right at the time of that 1030 candle as well. So it might have been a little bit of both there, guys, on that reaction, in all honesty. But while we kind of wait for this to play out, don't you worry. We're going to have you covered with the weather report. You know the vibes. Let me check something here. There it is. Fort Lauderdale Beach in all of its splendor. Looks a little cloudy out there, chat. We can see that right away. Weather forecast for Fort Lauderdale today happens to be mostly cloudy. The high today is going to be 93 degrees. The low overnight was 81. Looks like there is some sunshine peeking through the clouds coming up around 1 o'clock, chat, through 4. And then unfortunately, you got some rain creeping into the forecast between 5 o'clock and 7 tonight. So sunset today is at 7:58. So that is your weather forecast brought to you by the BDH and DMONEY. You gotta love it. There it is. So Ginger is not down there, guys. Obviously, Ginger is in California, but the elbow room is not too far away from this shot, and that is Ginger's prime hangout spot on the weekend. So you may catch her there, you may not. You never know. You might get lucky and catch her there. If you do, send me a picture on X. I will gladly reshare it. You know the vibe. So there it is. Oh, man. You got to love it, chat. You got to love it. Are those sharks in the money or just chill fishes? Yeah, I know, right? So nothing to write home about here, chat. A bunch of barcoding, right? So you can kind of see it there. You need to wait probably for a break, or you try to play this range. Some people are probably trying to get short, I would imagine, trying to kind of think that this is the top of the range and we're going to fall off back to the downside towards 29,854 or lower. Nice there. Just stopped by that area on my way home from a cruise. April. Nice. Yeah, see, is this the short now, guys? Right? Is this a short right back down to the bottom of the range? Because you've had rejections so many times up here, right? Back to the downside here for a short. Back towards 864 or lower. Or at least maybe 880. Gonna try a quick short here. It's kind of dropping already, guys. Oh, man. Had about 8 points or so, and then it pulled back. So I'm gonna put this stop here because it probably should have went already, but you'll be looking for at least down here. Or lower, 880 or lower. They're gonna drop it. So if they pop these high, if they pop these highs, then we know we're gonna probably go a lot higher. So you might be able to catch a long. So either way, but 10-15 points here, I would be satisfied on a range play. We just had a range trade for a quick 10 points. That 880 level will give you about 24-25 points. But looking like they want to push it now, right? Of course. So there it is, right back up. Not dropping. You got a minute and 12 seconds left on this candle. So tried to play the range trade on that one, and it's not looking too promising, right? With that bottom wick. It needs to flush here. I think you put the stop up there. Not going to give it that much, so guys, I'll probably give it a little room here, and then I'll chop it if it doesn't drop. Yeah, see, I don't like the push. So maybe they're getting ready now to go higher. because they refuse to kind of flush this candle back down to the bottom of the range. They're pushing it. Kind of strange though, right, that they're doing that, because we've had so many kind of yeah, I'm gonna give it a second. If it doesn't flush here, we'll chop it. Yes, it's pushing, guys. It is pushing. So kind of felt like it should have went already to the downside. It didn't drop. Wasn't going to give it more room. Maybe they drop it now. I don't know. Right? I mean, the previous candle has a long bottom wick on the 15-minute chart. But it felt like they were ready to pop those highs and kind of take off higher. That's what it felt like. That didn't look like a reject, right? That was a rejection off the lows, not a... Looking like we're getting ready to break to the upside here. So we'll see, right? You get a break up here above the highs. You got more continuation probably to the top box, but it looks like they are getting ready to pop here, guys, for a long. Let me check something real quick, because I might actually try to join that if the momentum kind of picks up. You gotta love the stall now. I mean, you got a long bottom wick down there. Getting to that time of day where the best break happens. Yeah, something's coming. I can tell you that. But it's dropping back down now. Yeah. Looks like I was a candle early on the short. Life in the big city. Let me check something here, guys. Right back down. Man. Yeah, I can't the short obviously is the move here, guys. A candle early, right? And then now they'll probably come down to 860 or lower. I was trying to get in for a short, but this thing is, let me reset this real quick. Let me log out of my back end probably, I guess. Definitely that time of day where you're getting chop suey. Kind of the funny thing is, I remember talking to Denny. We were hoping that CPI would be that would be it, right? That CPI would bring the move. And there wouldn't be any more kind of chop suey. Well, we were highly mistaken, chat, because we have been nothing but ranging since it looks like 9 right after. I mean, we had a long here, right? That was the bazooka candle up for 60 plus points, and then we just went to sleep. So We're gonna get a bazooka's coming, and I feel like it's to the downside, guys. Higher time frame is bearish. Sugar Trader, maybe we should watch you and do the opposite. Oh yeah. That is correct. So hopefully you did the same on the 60-point winning trade and the 25-point winning trade and the 10-point winning trade. Sugar Trader. Oh man, you gotta love it, chat. Like, right? Like that's the thing. He's not bringing that up. Looking like they want to break the bottom of that box. Always hater. Oh yeah. You can't let it. I mean, chat. If you're clearly he's tuned in for a reason. Very strange how that works. Right? It's very strange how that works. He's tuned in for a reason. But we'll leave it at that. Oh man, Sugar Trade needs to change to bitter trades. Yeah, I think we get a break here, guys. Something's coming. You got to be patient. It's easy to get chopped here. You probably got to give it more points than you probably would want for to kind of account for some trickery, right? Because like on that short I had here, they pushed it right back up and then dropped it on the next candle. So as an example. But if you got short at 894, you basically had 25, 30 points to draw down. And then now they're bouncing it from the bottom of the range. Call Jeroga takes your care sugar. Oh, man. You got the 1 hour candle that's going to close. So, I mean, you've basically you've been dealing with these wicks. These bottom wicks, top wicks. This is the 15-minute chart. It's like, man. And there's no, other than obviously Trump, looks like he had a tweet earlier, right? Ironically enough, right at 10:30. But will you get anything else that kind of gives us some kind of catalyst to get this thing moving, the market moving? The afternoon has had a lot of chop as well, right? It was choppy all week so far in the afternoon. So I hope this doesn't like just stay in this range until the end of the day. It's kind of crazy, man, but that's what's been happening. All right, so the shorts kind of picking up momentum here, guys. Looking like they want to break the bottom of this range. So will they break it or yoke it right back up? This was a buy area multiple times so far, kind of trapping people. And then they push it right back up from the bottom. We actually took a long down here before, right? We had a long off the lows riding it up. Looks like the break is happening. So here's the break again. Kind of like that ORB, right? You're getting some kind of reaction out the ORB level, where they push it right back up, kind of trap some people here. Who's gonna win this battle? Prices below VWAP. Okay. Sellers have to win it now or lose it totally. Yeah. I mean, because because the thing is, you got a heavy 15-minute candle. You got 3 minutes and 15 seconds left. The 30-minute candle looks a little heavy, but it's kind of bouncing right off the 14, right? I think it needs to get back below. It needs to stay below the ORB. We need to get back below the ORB, I think, for shorts, guys, right? Simple as that. Or else we're just going to chop. That 1 hour candle, previous candle, long top and bottom wick was kind of like telling a story that we're setting ourselves up for some chop. And sure enough, we got it, right? So here's the new, in about 2 minutes and 40 seconds, you'll have the new 1 hour candle. And we will see how it plays. But clearly it has been pork chop city. Building up for something. Right back up so far. What's the link to the video? You're talking about what? Tradeify? Yeah, you can pull it up on Tradeify's Tradeify TV. You go to their X account or YouTube. I think I linked it on my X account. Great interview. Hey, I appreciate it. We're just waiting, chat. We're waiting for something to kind of happen here. And you know, the funny part, you know what they'll do? They'll give you one candle that will just destroy either direction, right? And all of a sudden we're either down here at 750 or they push us up here. That's what's like building up. Getting ready for the 1 hour candle to open up, chat. So that previous candle was bearish, right? The last two 1 hour candles are bearish. If you haven't already, do me a solid, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, you know what to do. See how this candle kind of opens up here right at the bottom of the range, ironically enough, right on the 5 minute candle. All right, so here's the new candle. Did not break. It did not break that the box. So do they push it back up or do they drop this thing lower? You gotta love it, chat. You gotta love it. Kind of hanging on by a thread. It feels like, but bottom of the range. The buys are the move here, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, it's been holding. So you buy the bottom, sell the top. I mean, that's what's been playing. And it's a new 1 hour candle, so they probably want a bottom wick to be kind of formed, right? I mean, you would think. And then all of a sudden we're back towards maybe 932 before going lower. But we'll see. CPI low wick, they want it back, Miguel. Yeah, I mean, that's the thought process, right? That's why we got that level kind of mapped out down there. That is the CPI candle wick, but 750 or so. But obviously you need to get out of the range for that to happen. Is that an equal high here, guys? That's an equal high, chat. So that's very strange, right? We got an equal high kind of sitting there on the 5-minute chart at the bottom of the range. So is that the indication that we're going to go lower for a quick short opportunity here? Going to try real quick. Give this a small kind of window here. See if we get 10, 15 points or so. There's 10 points plus on the equal high kind of breakout, guys, to the downside. We'll probably end up chopping it if it doesn't flush lower here. Not going to hold it because of the chop. But you had 10 plus points there. It's kind of crazy how they keep pushing it right back up. Like, what is the holdup here? It's like crazy, guys, right? Another swipe back up. So you had 10 points on the swipe. I will wait for, I need a candle. All right, so now we close below the R. All right, we finally got a candle closure below the RB, chat. Right, bearish. But are they going to yoke us right back up? We're still inside the box, believe it or not. We did not break the box. You would love a candle break of the box and a closure below it, and then you're off to the races, I think, to the downside here. But we'll see. Yeah, and you got a bearish EMA cross as well, right? So it's starting to kind of play out a little bit. It's starting to kind of form a bearish cross. You probably got it on the, yeah, you got it on the lower time frames, right? Yeah, it's already starting to kind of break down. So it needs to kind of catch up speed on the 5-minute chart. But you got to be careful because it has swiped the box multiple times and then they end up, we got down to 828 and they pushed us up 100 points from here. So and that's, you know, the trickery, right? You almost got to think that they where can they trap the most amount of people by pushing it right back up. This is just crazy. Yeah. It's like, the funny part is, you know, all you can do is laugh now, because it's like either afternoon like session, like price action, or like whatever you want to call it, right? This is not typically how it plays out in the morning session, but if you haven't already, guys, do me a solid, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. We got 3,800 people rocking out. I appreciate the support. Got Denny Dollars coming up with me this afternoon for battle day number 3. This is a make or break here, right? Last time we were here, we pushed up 100 points. Got an equal high there. Got a minute, 28 seconds left on this candle. Did it pop that equal high? Not yet. Chat, look, you got like almost 3 levels almost identical up here. What a movie. You rarely see that, right? It's like an equal high on 3 candles here. DMONEY, what happened to the cars? Yeah, PW has them out. They're getting shipped to California for the setup BDH West Coast. So we're doing some changing. We'll be kind of changing up the scenery in here. Bear with us, chat. We got some restructuring kind of going on here inside of the BDH East Coast. Looks like a short. Yeah. I mean, if that equal high can't get broken, I agree. It's a short, right? If the equal high, I mean, you got 3 levels up there that they haven't been able to take out. So I think I would like to think that's bearish, not bullish. Simple as that, guys. But I would love us to close below this box that we keep bouncing back in. And then you're trying to short it down to the news candle wick, CPI news candle wick. Right by the 50 EMA, yeah. What EMAs am I running? 1450 and 200 EMA, so 1450 and 200. I just dropped it in the chat. Bouncing right back off the level, man. Oh, man. Fun John. Lotto with a small bear. Yeah, we obviously to wait and see. You need this level to be broken. That's the thing, right? We haven't really we haven't broken it yet and close. We've had nothing but swipes. So as long as we keep and then look, we just popped the equal high, guys. So that's gone again, right? So we're probably headed back to the top of the range for a long. I think that's how you play it. Because those equal highs should have probably held, right, if we were gonna go lower. The trap is disgustingly nasty. Oh yeah. I mean, guys, this is not morning price action, right? This is not typical morning price action. What do? You gotta love it. So I think you can't. There's nothing confirming now for shorts. You need a solid candle kind of closing below these levels, guys. None of this wiki wick action. Not a swipe and go, right? You keep getting swipe and goes where they swipe it and then they'll push it right back up. So, and then all of a sudden we end up back up here towards 930 or higher. And I think that's what they're trying to do right now. Simple as that, right? Because I mean, it's not breaking down, so we'll see. 30-minute candles bullish. Whole bunch of nothing to write home about right now. Crazy. Let me check something real quick here, chat. Well, we gotta cover this really quick. Hold on 1 second. I thought I read something that the Fever head coach got fired, guys, but it looks like was that a rumor? Because it looks like she was there last night for a press conference, so Kushner and eager to buy Lakers for $12.5 billion. The Lakers are being sold to businessman Josh Kushner and Bob Iger for $12.5 billion, a record price. Multiple sources tell ESPN. That is cray cray with little Ray Ray. That's crazy. LOL, lock Lakers being tossed around. Oh, man. So it looks like the Knicks are going to face LeBron in the first game, guys, right? New York Knicks will raise their championship banner on NBA's opening night on October 20th as they face LeBron and the 76ers, it looks like. Should be a good game. DMONEY Apex funded has consistency or on legacy accounts. Yeah, you got a consistency rule on the legacy accounts. 30%. Is it 30 or 35%, guys? The new accounts is 50, right? But the legacy accounts are 30%. So Moneyback Yo said 35. Yeah, 35%. Yeah. So I mean, not much to kind of do here, chat. Let me verify that real quick, though. I want to make sure we're giving you the right info because you got a couple people dropping different things here in the chat. So let me go to Apex site real quick. It's like 30%. Yep. It does go up as your balance, right? So you gotta be aware of that, but 30%. On the legacy accounts. So you got Apex right now. Sale has got extended, chat. So 90% off using the code PW. You know the vibes there. And somebody said no breakout. Yeah, no breakout as of yet. I mean, welcome to the party. Like so. Oh, man. Welcome to the Chop Fest. Welcome to the party. All right, so that's the first kind of like, is that a true lower high, guys, right? And then we flush lower here. Kind of roll over. Who knows? You can always wait for a break. But you got a rejection off of the EMAs, so that's what I'm saying, right? You got all this up here, then you got a lower high, then a pullback down, and then we all of a sudden we're down here back below 855. You can even bring this down right now because that's not the top of the range that we've been kind of stuck in, right? Sucks junk price action. Oh, without a doubt. I mean, this is basura. This is basura. Yeah. You gotta love it. That means trash. Yeah, I'm aware. That's why I said it. So I mean, I'm aware that it means trash. That's why I said basura. I said I get it. I understand. What's good? What is good price action? I feel like this is how it's been since I've started trading. When have you started trading, D? Because no, it's normally you get some. This is a lot of chop. I mean, this looks like a rollover, guys, to the downside, right? You gotta admit that it looks like a rollover here. You had a rejection right off the EMAs, right back down. This is the first time that we didn't get all the way back to the top of the range. We got up to like 891. I like the shorts, to be honest here. I mean, like what, you have to almost, I think, want to get short here and kind of trying to ride it. So we'll see how this candle, you got about a minute 20 and 25 seconds left. But I think you would love for it to kind of, it needs to get back down here though, right? Get back to like 844 and I'll try a short. You don't want to kind of mess around with it inside the box. You need it back outside the box, I think. Inside the box is some yoke kind of price action, chat. So you probably want it like outside the box. But you see how you had like all that consolidation. I would love for it to get back down here. Think outside the box, Andrew. When you right, you're right. You got to think outside the box. And that is how DMONEY's thinking right now. So if you haven't already, guys, do me a solid. Hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. We rock out Monday through Friday trying to make a little money. So what a kind of choppy kind of after that 60 plus point trade you had right on the long. We've done nothing but chop here. Problem is getting a good entry for the short with the whiplash. Yeah, that's the issue. That is the issue. You're gonna have to sit through probably some drawdown. Simple as that. There's no other way to kind of, I don't think there's a way to frame it today, chat. I think you got to sit through it. That's just what they're giving, right? You got another swipe. And then, you know, will they push this back up or give us the continuation move lower? So far, right back up, 29,855. Two minutes, 25 seconds left on the current 15-minute candle. The name of the game today is having the patience, waiting for it to get to the EMA and take shorts down for the ride. Yep. This is like watching grass grow. You are correct, Tim. It's been the same thing all week. I want the shorts here, guys. You just want, so if you get short here, your stop is probably 878. And you let it ride, right? But D, how did you adapt from cash account to prop account? Yeah, I've always had prop accounts because once you kind of dive into the live accounts, you're gonna need a lot more capital up front, right? So so if you're new to the channel and you're kind of wondering why we're trading prop accounts, and we're kind of, obviously we got partnerships with the prop firms on onlypropfirms.com, right? You can check out all the props we work with using the code PW, get you the best deal. It's because the cost of entry is a lot cheaper, right? Putting up a lot less capital up front. I'm gonna try a short, guys. I'm short here. I mean, I'm gonna try it, right? We'll see if we get the flush or not. They yoked me, but I'm short right off the EMA, guys. 5-minute chart, looking for a melt right back down to the downside here. We'll see if we get it or not. All right, there's 15 points. I mean, you would love more here down to like at least 843, but I don't know if that's in the cards or not right now. But either way, you have 15 points on the short, but I want more if I can get it, chat. We'll see. All right, there's over 20 points for the fellas in the chat. There it is. Is this finally the break to go lower, guys? You had over 25 points there. Just flush those lows. Come on, man. Flush the lows. Take the lows out. Take the lows out. Yeah, right at 30 points. There's 30 plus. There it is. Oh, man. And we'll probably get the bazooka lower here, guys. Drop the W's in the chat. You had a 30-point trade there. Oh, man. What a crazy, like, unreal. You gotta love it. Now it's stalling, yeah. But either way, you had 30 points on the short, so we will take that. You gotta love it. All right, so let's see if I mean, is that, you know, see, the only issue I have now, chat, is that obviously I'm looking for this box to get hit, right? This is like the frustration. So will we get a solid candle closure below the consolidation range and then we melt off here to the downside? Because I feel like that 750 level is prime real estate to get hit, but and they'll probably do it now, right? Shout out to Reginald York. He said, nice interview about DMONEY's journey. Congratulations. Hey, I appreciate the kind words. All right, so we're finally getting some momentum here, chat. So somebody said that, I think his name was D. He said that the market has been kind of trading similar fashion since he started trading. I'm not sure how long he's been trading, but this is what we're looking at, right? We want a strong like breakout in one direction of the consolidation range, and then you want continuation. So you got 17 seconds for the new candle to kind of come out here. Will we get a push back up and then a continuation sell-off to the downside here, right? That would be ideal, like price action. Push up, form a top wick real quick, and then we get the continuation lower. If you haven't already, guys, do me a solid, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. Norton trades the moment we've all been waiting for. A flush after 2 hours of waiting. Yeah, I know, right? I definitely want another short here, though, chat. 870. You're gonna have to give this a wide stop, guys. Right? That's the only issue here. You're gonna have to probably give it a wider stop than you probably would like, because the retracements have kind of been a little deep. You just had a 30-point winner in the midst of all the crazy kind of chop. All right, so now we're kind of getting up there. So there's 850. All right. Can we get a little higher? All right, 855. I'm going to short it here, guys. Put my stop at like, so I'm in a short here. See if we can ride it down, right? You had about 5 points, but will they kind of give us the continuation lower? Come on, man. All right, there's right at 10 points, guys. Feel free to take profit as necessary there. Yeah, 10 points. He had a 30-point trade before this, so not going to be too greedy. Wanted a breakdown here to the new lows, but they keep you kind of yoking it back and forth, so might chop it here if it doesn't kind of flush. You got a minute 19. All right, there's over 10 points. Come on, give us the drop. Give us the flush here. Yeah, I was looking at 819, guys, that previous candle low, but they're kind of pushing this thing, right? So you got to kind of, if it doesn't flush, you got to be a little smart here. I want to dump. You got 47 seconds left. They waited to the end of the candle. $30 seconds. All right, there's over 15 points for the homies in the chat. There it is. You got to love it, chat. Over 20 points. I think we take that, guys. Oh, man, you got to love it. You had two back-to-back winners. You had a... over 30 points, over 20 points plus there, and you got more, a little bit of a drop there. So we will take that, guys. You know the vibe. So drop the W's in the chat. If you took the trade, you got paid. If you faded, you got slayed. You got to use the code PW. So either way, we got you covered. Don't you worry. We got you covered either way. So there it is. Sometimes, you know, the funny thing is, and I still think, I mean, I don't love that previous 5-minute candle closure, but I mean, maybe it's enough for the flush. It looks bearish here, guys. 15-minute candles kind of hanging out. Look at the nasty price action that we've dealt with here. I mean, look at all these wicks. Like this is nonsense, chat. It's crazy. But we took a nice short. Couldn't have kind of played that any better. Kind of getting close as we could get to the EMA, wrote it back down. You had a 30-point short on the candle before that, so. Somebody said they've been short since 10:55. Yeah. Okay. I mean, you set through 40 points of drawdown, 50 points of drawdown. I mean, if that's, you know, to each his own. I mean, I had shorts as well, and I didn't like the kind of price action and chopped it. So I'm happy for you. Congrats. So, I mean, you know, there's different ways to get to your goal, right? So obviously you guys know if you rock out with DMONEY, it is primarily once we get in a consolidation range, you either trade the range trying to buy the bottom, sell the top, or you're waiting for a breakout for a continuation move. So simple as that. In this case though, chat, what kind of helped me here was obviously we had a bearish EMA that formed. And you kind of saw, right, the continuation down, nice momentum candle down, right? So caught that short. That was a 30-point trade here to the downside. And then you caught 20 plus points on the rejection wick here. So to each his own. If you made money, you made money. So. So he's trading ranges and breakouts. Well, today, that is the session that we have. Every day it's going to be different. I trade momentum. So typically I trade breakouts and continuation momentum trading, right? So we had a 60-point. So if you were, I think the first trade we put on today was 25 points. It was a 25-point winning trade. And then we caught a 60-point winning trade, right? So for a long pop here. So... and then we just chopped all day. So if the market's in a trending market, you're trying to trade momentum, higher highs, higher lows, right? But this is not a trending market right now. This is a consolidation range. This is a range bound market at the moment, right? We just broke out to the downside. So will we get more continuation later on? We don't know yet, chat. We got basically myself and Denny Dollars coming up here at 2 o'clock, rocking out 2 to 4. Maybe we'll get better price action. You got Apex accounts right now, 90% off using the code PW. We got you covered. Do you ever feel burnt out doing this or take scheduled vacations, Dairy FX? So it looks like you were trading Forex. I used to trade Forex back in the day. So I actually have some time off coming up. Funny that you say that. So yeah, you definitely need I mean, especially because the thing is, chat, it's not, this is not a physical job, right? So you're not up walking around, you're not, out in the sun working, whatever the case may be, right? It's not a physical job. It's a mental job, right? So it's more kind of like mental capacity is drained by the time you're done streaming. If you're, if you're doing it right, you probably don't want to talk to anybody for at least an hour or so after you stream, right? Because if you're interacting and all that stuff. That's just how I look at it. All right, I try to interact with you guys as much as possible, and all that while trading, talking about what I'm going, what I'm looking at, mindset, all that, right? So by the time you're done, you haven't done a physical job, but you've done a mental, right? It's a lot of mental. So you definitely need a break every once in a while. I think more downside here coming up here, guys. I think that box gets hit. right? It's just a matter of you look at the time. This is the new 15-minute candle. We're right at the 50 EMA on the 15-minute chart. Maybe a push up, form a top wick, and then an expansion lower to the downside. If I can change this. I'll move these out the way for now. Do you still trade on vacation, or do you reset and come back to it? Yeah, I'll try to take a. I mean, I'm gonna be out for a few days, chat. So I'm not streaming next week. By the way, I'll be doing content. So and then I'll be headed out after that. So I will not be streaming next week. You got PW, and it sounds like Lucas streaming, obviously with Denny Dollars loves to holler next week, chat. So. You don't got DMONEY. You got DMONEY for the rest of the week. And I will not be streaming next week. I'll be back on Tuesday the following week. So streaming. Mental, nothing that a little bit of canes can't cure, right, D? Reginald. It looks like I think Denny had canes. I think he got canes. I haven't had canes in a while, chat. In full transparency, I haven't had it in a while. So right now, price kind of pushing back up here. Some kind of retracement early in the 15-minute candle. You got the 1 hour candle that's getting ready to close in less than 12 minutes. I mean, we've had quite the eventful kind of morning here. We had consolidation since 9:30, chat. I mean, we literally had a candle that broke. We finally had a candle that closed below the range at 11:30. It took us 2 hours to break out of this range. Absolute foolery for the morning session. Absolute foolery. I mean, you rarely see that in the morning. You see it a lot in the afternoon. I've dealt with that over the last couple weeks a lot in the afternoon, but you rarely see it like this in the morning. That's crazy. Are you going to a corn dog festival with Jerome? Adam Gale. Yeah, we're going to send you to a corn dog festival right now, sir. It's called the Timeout Room. Come back in about 60 seconds. Do better. Unreal, chat. Adam Gale. Put his whole name in there like that. Adam Gale. Enjoy the timeout. Come back in about 60 seconds. Do better. There it is. We got Lucas in the chat. Rocking out, chat. You got Lucas next week, it sounds like, with PW out in California. That is correct, Amondo. So you know the vibes there. Oh man, there it is. There's the we knew that somebody was gonna drop the broccoli head in here for Lucas, and there it is. So shout out to is it Mountain Hunter Homer for the broccoli head emojis for Lucas in the chat. Have I ever been to Caravana? No, I have not. Do we get a rejection here, guys? Back down. Right? Bears step in with aggression here, take us lower, or do they chop us right back up here? Because in theory, we should be back towards like 819 or lower, right? If the bears are aggressive enough. Kind of reclaim those lows down there. On a rollover. Kind of funny, yeah. I mean, and I don't mean in a good way, chat. But isn't it kind of funny that we're flirting again with that range that we just broke out of? Isn't that like? Don't you find that hilarious, chat? We literally just broke out of it, and we're flirting with getting back inside of the consolidation range. And it looks like that's what they are about to do. I mean, that's unreal. You got some time left on the 15-minute candle. Got the 50 EMA. Is that an equal low there? 818. Yeah, you got an equal low on the 15-minute chart, guys. So that, right? So you got an equal low there that needs to get broken for more downside. So until we break that low, I would not be looking for shorts, because that could be a support level kind of forming. 15-minute chart, and is right off the 50 EMA. It's crazy. So if you're just tuning in, where have you been? You missed a whole bunch of chop. But we had some good trades, right? We had a few chop trades. What I'm doing is basically trying to give the chop trades small room. You just had we had a 30-point winning trade in the last 10 minutes or so, and a 20-point winning trade plus in the last 10 minutes or so, right? So, or 15 minutes or so. So you've had a couple good trades here. You had a 60-point winner today. You had a 25-point winner. You had some chop trades as well. 10-point loser, I think. Couple 15-point losers. What do you do, guys, right? In the midst of the chop. Simple as that. Right back inside the range. Like, how funny is that? So this is either a short here, guys, like off the EMA, like 859, right? It got up there to like 854. You would love like an EMA tap though, and then a rejection for another short back down, I think. Because it's been one of those days where it's been like an EMA rejection day, guys. See how you got the rejection right back down? It's been an EMA rejection day. All right, so new candle pushes up, form a top wick, and then I think we sell back off here to the downside for another short opportunity, guys. So I'm waiting for that, right? Maybe a push up, form a top wick. All right, I'm gonna try a short here. Looking for it not to pop that previous candle high, guys. Trying to ride this thing back down towards these lows, right? Didn't you just say no shorts? What changed your mind? No, you had an EMA rejection. I said you'll be looking for a short off the EMAs. We just tapped the EMA. 5-minute chart, you had an EMA rejection, previous 5-minute candle. So we'll see if we get the follow through or not to the downside. He had about 5 points. That's about it. Still got those equal lows holding. Yeah, I know. I know. I won't give it too much room though, right? So if it starts to kind of get crazy, I'll just chop it. But I think it's worth the shot to try to short it down, guys, because you've had the EMA rejection already off the 14. So that's my trade setup, right, for a short. So I got to take it. If it doesn't play, it doesn't play. But I think you try to short it back down. At least towards the equal high, equal lows, right? Simple as that. You've already had, I mean, so you got these lows down here, like 820 or so. You would love to kind of get hit, even if they don't kind of flush the 818. And a bunch of yoke kind of price action here. The 30-point trade that we had right, was a similar trade, chat, right off the EMAs. So that entry was actually a little higher because it was like right off the EMA. This is actually after the EMA has already rejected. So you're trying to kind of play the continuation move if they're going to give us a continuation move to the downside. Got 10 seconds left. Will the next candle open up and give us a flush here, guys? At least for 10 points, right? I had 5 points multiple times and it kind of got stuck there. Just want to drop here. Don't want it to push back up. You would love another rejection lower. That would give us about 10 points, I think. Yeah, pushing it right back up. You gotta love it. So that's what you don't want, right? You don't want it to kind of spike back up on you here, and it's doing that, guys. So you're getting the nasty kind of chop. And if they had enough strength to do that, that is not encouraging for the short, right? It had about 5 points, and that was it. Could not get more than 5 points or so, 5 or 6 points. I'm gonna chop it, I think, guys, because they already rejected the EMA once, right? Why are we going back up there? So I don't like that. So I will close it. You had about 5 points. That was it. And 5 or 6 points. And look at the push right back to the EMA. They'll probably reject it back off now. Oh, man. or they push it right back through it, right back up, because it probably should have went. I felt like it should have went already, guys, to the downside. They're pushing this thing higher. And we're right back inside that consolidation range again. So crazy. Causing the max amount of pain to a lot of people, right? So especially if you don't want to chop trades, because you got to be right in this kind of market. You right, if it invalidates your kind of thought process, it's best to chop it. You can always look for entry later, but we're right back inside the consolidation box. So it took us 2 hours to break out of this box, guys, that we are right back in. So that just kind of tells you that it's been nothing but chop here. And they're probably going to give a crazy bazooka candle or something to the upside, kind of trap more people, it looks like. Make it make sense. Yeah. It's I don't know if I can remember a morning session that has been like this in regards to the consolidation, right? So it's been a while, I think, since I've kind of seen this, guys, in the morning session. We see it a lot in the afternoon. Obviously, I trade typically 12 to 4. You got PW out this week working on the BDH West Coast, but typically you get more of this in the afternoon, not the morning session. So very strange. But we're right back inside the range, you know. Chop suey. What a strange kind of session here, guys, right? So we kind of like a mixed bag. You had some nice trades. You had some chop trades. You had trades where you're up, I think, 10 points or so, and they push it right back, or right at 10 points, 5 or 6 points. They push it right back. Mixed bag of dong this session. Oh yeah, I mean, it's been crazy. You would have to think the shorts are people are looking probably to try to short this thing on a rejection, but you got like a almost it's not even clear there, because it looks like a W pattern's kind of forming. 5-minute chart, you will have to see us probably back below the bottom of the range, guys. Took us 2 hours to break the range. We're back inside of it. You look at the lower time frame, you got the story. I mean, look how nasty this is. This is crazy, man. I like the short hit pro still trading still. Yeah, I agree. Fun John, right? On a rejection, right? You would probably think that we had lower. That's a true kind of like 5-minute EMA tap. We just tapped it, so maybe we sell back off here to the downside. But who knows? Because you're right at the ORB as well. It's kind of funny that we are kind of hanging out here. On days like this, it really makes me doubt myself. Oh, nah. So on days like this, I kind of said that earlier, chat. These are not the days that you beat yourself on, yourself up on, in my opinion. Maybe you're a little tougher on yourself on trend days, and you were like, you know, you didn't want to join the trend or something. That's different, guys. This is a lot of chop. Simple as that, right? So we had some good. You had a 60-point trade. You had a 25-point winning trade. You just had a 30-point trade and a 20-point trade, right? But you've had a lot of chop as well because we're stuck inside of a range. So you got to know when to kind of put your foot on the gas. And this has just been a nasty kind of range bound market right now. Simple as that. So I don't think it's anything to beat yourself up on. If anything, I think you got to be smart. Like, are you maybe putting on too much risk in a nasty kind of range market, if that makes any sense, right? It's like, why wouldn't you just wait for probably better price action that you know is coming at some point to put on like larger risks? If you haven't already, guys, do me a solid. See right back up. So if you haven't already, guys, do me a solid. Hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. I'll be back today at 2 o'clock rocking out with Denny Dollars Loves the Holler. So that is the nickname I gave him, by the way, chat. So Denny was very aggressive towards DMONEY yesterday because he was running the stream. But make no mistake about it, DMONEY has something in store for Denny Dollars today, chat. We got something in the bag for him. Oh, man. Chris Matthews trading, good stream today. DMONEY, hey, I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm just keeping it real, guys. You can't, first of all, beating yourself up in trading is not going to get you your desired result anyway. But especially on a day where, you know, if anything, you're probably the biggest lesson would be is that because quite honestly for me, chat, we had a 60-point trade and we had a 25-point trade, I think, within like the first 15 minutes. If I wasn't streaming, I probably would have been done for the day, right? Because you picked up like 80, 85 points or so, maybe 90 points. So that for me is enough. To be honest, right? But obviously, as a streamer, you are going to continue to trade, try to look for opportunities. So you got to be mindful, and that's why I literally said it. I literally told you guys that you might be smart and lock your accounts, lock out some of the accounts, and maybe switch to another account, right? As an example, because we've had chop after, for some reason, after like 9:45, you get chopped. DMONEY, when you go? When you went to Tradeify TV? Yeah, I'm not employed by Tradeify TV. PW had me go and do the funded podcast representing the BDH. So there it is. But obviously, I'm not employed by Tradeify. Employed by the BDH only. You know the vibes. D-Money, are you the cousin of Barack Obama? No, I am not. So, there he is. There he is, chat. You got Big Brawly Man. Why does he have a doctor? Dr. Big Brawly Man, when are you and Denny gonna trade wearing matching overalls? Sir, Big Brawly, we will happily give you a timeout just for being here, sir. You are the one person that D-Money does not hesitate to give a timeout just when I see your user ID. I think that's why Big Brawly Man stopped. He doesn't comment too much anymore, guys, if you notice, you know what I mean? So now he's a little restricted on that, but he's a little bit more reserved because he knows he's going to get a timeout as soon as D-Money gets a heads up that he is in the chat. But we will happily give him a 10-second. You got to do better, Big Brawly. Just do better, man, right? So I am literally big. If you guys don't know who Big Brawly Man is, he is the one that started this whole fiasco, chat, and made the life of D-Money hard here at the BDH, because we've had, for some reason, a lot of very aggressive males in the chat towards D-Money, and unfortunately they got that from Big Brawly Man because he was the one. And you know, I gotta blame PW a little bit as well, chat, because PW has egged this whole thing on with Big Brawly Man, and he was honestly trying to get him to come and pay a visit to the BDH, which was very strange on PW's part, right? So, but make no mistake about it, D-Money was looking forward to calling out on that day, chat. That would have been a day that Big Brawly Man would have been streaming here by himself. So because D-Money will not be in the same vicinity as Big Brawly Man. So if you know what I mean. So there it is. Oh man, yeah, he's the person. He is the guy that has made my life here at the BDH very difficult, chat. And nobody cares. You know, I talked to Ginger about it. She said she didn't care. I literally talked to PW and he said embrace it. So it is very strange. Very strange, chat. Oh man. He even had his mama concerned. That is correct, Abando. My mom had tuned in and she was inquiring about Big Brawly Man, guys. So that was very strange. So needless to say, when he pops up in here, I'll just give him a timeout right away. We don't even let him go willy-nilly. Kind of crazy. Tyler says, first day off since 4th of July. Haven't had much time to sit with you in the morning or afternoon. D-Money, how are we doing this morning? Can you give me a refresh of the market today? Yeah, you didn't miss much. It's been some chop suey here. You had some pretty good trades at the open. Same thing yesterday, guys, right? I think we had a 40-point winner and I think a 60-point winner yesterday as well. Something similar, but today we had a 60-point winner, a 25-point winner right at the open, right? We had a 25-point winner right at the gate. Then we had a 60-point winner. And then we had some chop. We've done nothing but chop here. Right? We've had, you had a 30-point trade, 30-point winning trade here recently. A 20-point winning on a short, right? We caught this short down for 30 points. We caught this short down for 20 points plus. I think I got chopped on another short somewhere here, right? And that was like the last trade. I think I chopped it for like 10 points or something, maybe 15-point loss. We've had at least probably 3 or 4 chop trades, and you've had probably 4 or maybe 5 winners or so. You had the 60-point, 25-point, you had a 30-point, you had a 20-point. I think I had a quick 10-point trade. Yeah, you probably had like 6 winners. So but it's been a chop suey today. You got CPI. Everybody I know, you know what's funny, chat? You know that everybody out there wanted this Wickville down here, right? Everybody was waiting for this bottom wick to get filled, especially when we broke these lows, and they just simply haven't done it. So we're right back inside the range. So it is what it is. Hey DMONEY, while I know many big name morning streamers claim that their on-air behavior is for entertainment, I find your temperament ideal for us retail traders while also being very much entertained. Hey, I appreciate the kind words, Kevin. I definitely try, guys. Got things I got to work on just like the next person, but make no mistake about it, I definitely try. You got Denny Dollars coming up this afternoon with DMONEY for the Legends Day number 3 tournament. That is correct, Amando. So let me check this out real quick, guys. There he is. There he is in all of his splendor. Denny Dollars makes you holler, chat. Oh man, we knew that we were gonna find some evidence, guys, that Denny is older than what he's telling people. There it is, right there is a clear definition of Denny Dollars makes you holler. Oh man, you gotta love it, chat. You gotta love it. Cray cray with little Ray Ray. Check something here. That is a I mean, that is a lot of lemon juice inside of that lemon head, chat. That is a lot of lemon juice. You got Denny Dollars coming up with DMONEY this afternoon. That is correct, Amando. 2 to 4, we will be rocking out, chat, for day number 3 of the battle. Shout out to Legends for putting that on. What station are you playing? Yeah, this is people always want to know the jiggity jams. We're rocking out here with Deep Focus Music on YouTube. How do you get out of the mindset of feeling like you got to trade every day? Yeah, see, for me now, it's a little different, right? I do trade every day that I stream, obviously, because it's my job. But I mean, if you're a non-streamer, you don't really have that's not an excuse for you, right? So I think you even if you got to lock your accounts initially, right? Maybe you got to give yourself more discipline and you lock your accounts because you know that you might try to go in there and trade them, right? And you're like, you know what, I'm not going to trade tomorrow. And maybe you're not, maybe you're feeling a little off. Maybe you're tired. Maybe because what I found, chat, in full transparency, sometimes you can be like tired or something and you come to the charts, or maybe you're rushing And for some reason, that's going to be your worst trading, right? It happens all the time. Like even if you got to lock yourself out to start, right? Start locking yourself out. Shout out to TradeAvate Prop. You got multiple props out there now that leverage. I mean, obviously, Tradeify, Lucid, Apex now has TradeAvate Prop. Blue Sky, right? So you're able to kind of take advantage of that to force yourself not to trade. There's nothing wrong with that. You need breaks. You need mental breaks. I promise you, chat. You take time off, you come back, you are way more refreshed. Yeah, I mean, that's just how it is. So the weekend is my mental break. Yeah, a lot of times it is, but a lot of times it's too short, right? Because I know a lot of you guys rock out with Denny on Sunday night. So the reality is that it's not really, and there's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is that PW says it all the time as well, that sometimes, taking a break is needed, especially if you're in a slump, right? If you blown a ton of accounts and you're frustrated and you feel like it's you against the market, that is not going to end well for you. Excuse me, right? Because the market's always going to win. So you try to fight the market, right? I'm going to teach the market a lesson today because I've blown a couple accounts over the last couple of days. Good luck with that, right? Use the code PW. Just simple as that. I took 4 days off after blowing 4 fundeds the other week. Came back this week and up over 600 points so far. A break was needed. Yeah, 100% fun, John, right? I mean, that's just what it is. So right back inside the range here, chat. 29,883. What a choppy day. I mean, I hate to say it, but will the afternoon bring us better price action? Hopefully, right? We're always hopeful. We don't know, but we're definitely hopeful. So if you haven't already, guys, do me a solid, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. We out here trying to make a little money. So you got Denny Dollars coming up here with me at 2 o'clock. And we will see what we can come up with from a price action standpoint, taking some of these trades. So mad at myself. Surpasses my TPT funded buffer by 200, oversized for a $1,000 payout in blue account. Yeah, but see, Sonnet Wicks, I've done that myself. I've openly shared that. That's why it's like always strange when people are like, you're gonna chat. I've done that so many times. I can't even tell you how many times, right? You got an account, you needed $100 or $200, right? Or God forbid it was like a Apex legacy account and you only needed one more flip day, right? Because remember, you could trade for 5 days and then flip for 3 days. So you needed one more flip day, and for some reason you couldn't settle for the $50 loss and take the payout. End up getting tilted and blow the account. I've done that. So been a couple $100 away, blow account, right? Because you couldn't wait for a good setup, or you're trying to trade something like this today, chat, right? This chop, and maybe you got long up here looking for a breakout at 29,944, and then they pulled it back on you, right, to the downside, and you didn't account for that being the top of the range, and then they pull it back on you. Now you're frustrated, so you see it going back up here again. You take another long at 932, right? Trying to play a breakout, and then they pull it back on you. Like because you're at that point, you're pissed, right? And you're like, oh, I know it's going up. It has to go up. And the only thing that goes up is the amount of money that you put in to buy a new account using the code PW, because you couldn't wait for a trending market, right? You had to get it in a choppy market. And that's like I've done that multiple times, guys. I'm guilty of that myself. So, I mean, I'm just keeping it real. That's how it happens. People, maybe streamers out there won't tell you that, chat, because they want to make it seem like, a certain way. But I've been trading for 10 years. There's pretty much nothing that you are gonna come across at this point, chat, that I have not kind of dealt with in 10 years of trading. I'm just being honest, because right, you cycle through all the, trying to get long, and you thought you're long, and you actually hit the sell button, and you're wondering why your P&L is actually going the opposite direction. Oh man, I've done that before. Has anybody here received Apex payouts recently? Confirmed, no denials. Yeah, I've actually I've got multiple Apex payouts. I'm actually waiting now for 4,200. I'll probably have that next week, because it takes or into this, if I don't have it by Friday, I would say I'll probably have it by like Tuesday next week, guys, right? The 4,200 payout on Apex. So I haven't gotten any payouts denied. The new there is no more payout denials on Apex, guys. So, but yeah, it does take, I know they're working on it, but it does take, the approval happens pretty quick, but it does take, I think, what do they quote, 3 to 7 business days or something like that after the approval for it to show up in your account. So you're talking about 10 days in full transparency. So just throwing that out there, right? I'm not sugarcoating that, because somebody's gonna come every time I post the Apex payout or an approval. People are always like, oh wait, it's gonna take you XYZ to get paid. So I'm not trying to shy away from that. It does take you about 10 days to get the money at the moment, right? But I know they are working on making that quicker. So, but yeah, I should have got 4,200, I think, coming, yeah, or 4,400 coming from Apex by next week. So good to know. Thanks for sharing. You talking about Fun John? Yeah, I see what Fun John put there. Yeah. DMONEY wants to prove, is it safe to trade the account, or do you have to wait? Yeah, what as long as they take the balance out, so as long as they take your payout amount out, once you get the approval and you see your balance reflect the amount that for the payout, and it's approved, then I trade at that point, right? But I always wait for the balance to reflect the payout being taken out, because that way I know that the payout's coming no matter what, right? God forbid I go in and there's a Trump tweet that comes out, cray with Lil Ray, right? And then all of a sudden it flushes the market or something, and you're in the opposite direction and it blows the account or something weird. At least I know the payout's coming, right? But I always wait for that balance to get taken out. If you don't wait for that balance to get taken out, you run the risk of not getting that payout. So that's just how I do it. Everybody's different. So if you haven't already, guys, do me a solid, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. Yeah, I trade the 50K accounts, 50K Apex accounts. And I typically trade the trailing drawdown accounts because at $2,100, the trailing drawdown cuts off. Fun John, I like to see them get to the point of same day payouts. Yeah, I think it could be coming at some point, right? Fun John. Getting some kind of rejection here, guys, off of the 14 and 50 EMA. Will this be kind of like a rollover? Got like a double top or something up here on the 5-minute chart. You guys see that, right? You got like a double top. It's kind of funny though that that's what it took. They're gonna kind of get us lower, so they chopped everybody down here that tried to short it, pushed it up, you know, 70 points or so, 60 points, and then maybe a drop lower. Who knows? Just trying to pass my 25K intraday eval. Yeah. I mean, I would say take your time. I mean, if you caught, I mean, I don't see how you wouldn't have passed it today at the open, right? I mean, you literally had 85 points or 90 points between the first two trades. So maybe you didn't take those. I don't know. Maybe you closed them early. I don't know, right? But I would say like now it's like, is it encouraging to try to pass it, right? When you got all this chop, I don't know, right? I mean, I don't know if today's going to be the day for it, if you didn't pass it already. But there's time left, right? You got to see how the market kind of, what it gives you, what it presents. You got plenty of time. It's only 12:33, so. I'm very new, not past a single one. 14 e-balls in, don't know how many micros to use. Yeah. So if you're new, you can't, I mean, first of all, if you just started right now in like the last like couple weeks, man, that's a rough time to start because you've had a lot of chop in this market, right? So just, you know, just be mindful of that. There's been a lot of chop. So take it slow. The good thing is you trade long enough, you realize that these are just periods, right? The market goes through periods of nice trending price action, periods of ranging price action, periods of choppiness, right? And right now we're in a kind of choppy kind of period. This will not be the case every single day, right? It could happen for weeks, but then all of a sudden we start getting nice trending price action. It's done that multiple times, guys. So just be aware. So that's why I've said it multiple times today, because I know, you know, I know how it works, chat. There's people out there that's like beating themselves up because they're like, oh man, like, you know, I got chopped today, or, you know, I just lost an account or something. Or at the end of the day, chat, it's you look at what we got on the chart, and that is, I can tell you right now, there were a lot of people that did not, you know. Now if you made money and walked away, that was the play today, right? That clearly was the play. Making money at the open and walking away. So, but we'll see what we got coming up this afternoon. I'll be rocking out with Denny Dollars Loves the Holler, guys. So on the way out here, do me a solid, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. So, but I will be back at 2 o'clock, rocking out 2 to 4 with the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Denny Dollars. You know the vibe. So until then, be smart, be safe. We're still back inside of the range that it took us 2 hours to break out of, guys. So very, very strange kind of price action here today, but we'll see what else we can come up with this afternoon. So I'll be back. Stay safe. Until then, we gone.